Hello, Gpat aspirants. As Gpat is around the corner, you must be busy revising each and every subject in detail. So here I'm Kunal Pandey from Nipur, Hyderabad, pursuing MS Pharmaceutics, and I have compiled the whole subject Pharmaceutics to make it easy for you to revise. As Pharmaceutics is not a single subject; it is made up of different subjects like pre-pharmacy studies, pharmaceutical technology, physical pharmacy, biopharmaceutics, and dispensing pharmacy. So it is very difficult to revise each and every of these in depth in detail, and that also just before the exams. So I've compiled various important points according to my experience and which I had also studied during the exams. And I think if you cover these, around 70 to 80% of the questions you will be able to answer. Okay. So without wasting any time, let's move on to our first topic, that is pre-formation studies. Okay. So pre-formation studies is normally included in pharmaceutical technology, but I think included them separately because these are very important. Okay. So particle size, surface area determination, methods, equation, and size ranges. These are very hot topics for exams. So particle size and surface area determination must be studied in detail. The different methods, and if you can get your hands on the merits and demerits of those methods, it will be very crucial. Don't skip the equation, and like the size ranges. Okay, flow property determination, wetting angle, and different tests. Okay, so different tests for wetting, you can like go through the wetting angle is very important, and flow property determination. It is like it includes Cars index, okay, and porosity, Hausner's ratio. This must be on your fingertips. Polymorphs and their method of detection. Like polymorphs mean like crystalline, amorphous, and solvates, hydrates. There's a flow chart, and you must revise it thoroughly. And method of detection includes single crystal XRD, powder XRD, TGA, amount of sample needed for carrying out that particular procedure. You must also go through that also. Okay. Solubility chart analysis, like there is a separate table which gives you particular range of solubility and defines the characteristic of the compound, like is it whether it is freely soluble or insoluble. So you must not skip that table also. Next point is pharmaceutical technology. So pharmaceutical technology covers the like most of the bulky part of pharmaceutics. So there are further subdivisions in it. The first and the foremost important thing is tablets. Types of tablets, tests for tablets like DISO, DT, friability, content uniformity, methods of granulation. It includes dry granulation, direct compression, and wet granulation. Also defects of tablets, coating defects, manufacturing defects, like and coating of tablets. The whole process of coating of tablets, seal coating, from seal coating to polishing, like it should be on the fingertips. Procedure also different diluents and like dissolution apparatus and parts of tablet machine. Different diluents like bulking agent and disintegrants. You must like read all those, and the dissolution apparatus that are used for testing the dissolution of tablets. You must also go through that. Parts of tablet machine like turret, hopper, die, upper and lower punches. Okay. Capsule like specific tablets and capsules are more or less similar in their like assay or test part, but what must you must read additional in capsules is manufacturing procedure of capsules, and there are various steps like dipping and stripping, trimming. You must go through that also. Components of capsules, types of gelatin, type A, type B, and defects and size evaluation like 000, 00, and amount of volume or amount of liquid that can be stored in that. Suspension, moving on to the next one. Suspension, like you must read the difference between flocculated and deflocculated suspension, different size ranges and degree of flocculation and sedimentation volume. Degree of flocculation and sedimentation volume are very important points. Questions might be asked from this also, and DLVO. So this only these things you must revise in suspension. Actually, moving on to next point is emulsions. Size ranges of emulsion like nano. What is size range of nano emulsion and micro emulsion? Internal and external phases. Sometimes there are multiple emulsions. Okay, like oil in water in oil. So sorry, oil in water in water. And so you must read that also. Thermodynamic and kinetic stability is also important. Different HLV values, different surfactants used in emulsion, and oil cum water and cum ratio. There is a chart. You can find it anywhere in which different ratios of oil come in what is given in different methods like fixed oil, mineral oil, volatile oil. You must remember that also. Creaming, upward and downward creaming, and which type of creaming takes place in which type of emulsion, phase inversion, and coalescence. You must make special care that you must not forget which one of these is reversible and which one of these is irreversible. The next, coming to the next topic is semi-solids. Suppositories bases, different types of suppository bases, method of preparation of ointments, types of ointment bases like hydrocarbon, absorption bases, emulsifying and water-soluble bases, fixed oils, and different types of gels like hydrogel, aerogel, and different phenomena like imbibition and syneresis. And coming on to the next portion is sterilization, like different methods of sterilization, physical, chemical, and the different agents used in physical and chemical method of sterilization, and different sterility indicators are a must. And parenterals includes difference between small volume parenterals and large volume parenterals, types of water used for injection, and their specification. What is the like amount of inorganic matter that can be present in sterile water for injection and water for injection, colony forming units, different the parameters and different types of water for injection. As I listed over there, the specifications is also important for water for injection and types of classes and their classification along with the test. Types of type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4 classes. What is the difference between these classes, and what are the tests used for evaluation of these types of classes, and different excipients for parenterals. Okay. Aerosol, you don't need to study much in aerosol. More or less, the questions are asked only from these listed topics like material of container, aluminum or tin or stainless steel, evaluation of aerosols, and method of filling and types of propellant. Okay. The next point is NDDS and CDDS. Don't focus much on this. Okay. Over here, only you need to read what I have listed over here, like classification of levers on the basis of size and material used for preparation of transdermal patches. Like classification of liposomes is very important, and you can read the differences between liposome and neosome, and different method of preparation of liposomes are also important, and assembly of transdermal patches, and preparation of vesicular system, that is liposomes, preparation of vesicular system, and assembly of transdermal patches. Focus on these, and over here, assembly of aerosol. These are also very important. Coming to the third part, that is physical pharmacy. It is like you cannot remember everything over. You require concept. So go through rheology, different viscometers, Newtonian and non-Newtonian fluid, graphs between rate of shear and shearing stress of non-Newtonian fluids are very important, like diluent, pseudoplastic, and plastic, with their examples. And if you can, then remember their equations also. And rheogram and viscogram is also very important for Newtonian and non-Newtonian, and difference between Newtonian and non-Newtonian fluids. Viscometers also, like cup and bob type, Serle type, and then Brookfield viscometers, go through that. And as I listed here, graphs are also very important. Next important point is surface tension. Instruments used to measure. Like you, if you go through this now, like I don't think the questions other than these will be asked. And kinetics is also very important. You have to remember the equation of zero order, first order, second order, and third order kinetics, and their graphs. Remember the T half also. I haven't included HLB because I've included we have studied like I've included HLB in immersion only over here. So that's why I haven't included HLB over here. The next part is biopharmaceutics. So it is a nightmare of many students, and do as much as you can. You don't need to do everything, but like if you have studied earlier, then please focus on these things. They are very important. So IV-IC correlation, BCS class. This must be on your fingertips. And mechanism of absorptions with examples of drug, like drugs undergoing passive diffusion and active transport. Okay. Study the examples from Brahmankar. Different theories of dissolution and their equation. This is very important. Different theories of dissolution with their equation. Questions are always asked from these points. Difference between mammillary and capillary order. Just two liner question and the formula of mean residence time. Worry also equation of zero, like first order, zero order, second order, third and fourth order equation, and the general half life. Protein binding, like different types of protein that are involved in protein binding, their molecular weight, and drugs binding to that particular protein, and different types of protein that are and different sites of binding. like different. We have got four site of binding in a single protein. So read that also different site of binding in a particular protein. And phase one and phase two metabolism, their differences, their enzymes used that are involved in first order and second order metabolism. Okay, and their conjugating chemical entity. So you must go through these also, especially IVIC, BCS class, mechanism of absorption with examples of drugs, different theories of dissolution. This A part is very important. A, B, and E. You must not skip this. Okay. Now this is the last part and the most easiest one. If you just go through it now, just before exams, you will be able to answer. So different parts of prescription, you already know different parts of prescription, just read it once. And some calculation there, like it has been a long time since I asked any questions, but we cannot take any risks as these are very easy and you can solve it without even using pen and paper. So proof, spirit, calculation, allocation method, and different volume, especially of tablespoon, teaspoon, and drop. Remember the volume of these three. And posology, like doses form calculation for children and adults, depending upon what is surface area and body weight. Okay, so these were some important topics that I had read before exams, and this worked for me, and hopefully this will work for you also. So if you're not able to revise the whole of the pharmaceutics, at least go through the topics that I have listed over here. Okay, and more or less, uh, 70 to 90% of the questions will be from these area only. Okay, so don't take stress and mind your health and mind your work also. Okay, bye bye.